Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Snake 500, another Timberborn episode, and we are back in our home that was Season 4 on the No Build on Green. I have made some changes because I want to show you guys how to do something, and I see a lot of people doing it wrong on YouTube, and I want to help because I understand it, and I don't know that everybody does. And that is how sluices work. What I have changed, just so you guys know, we've got these floodgates here, which we already know. I have changed these here. These used to be floodgates, right? That's how we ran them all season. Changed them into sluices. Same thing back here. Those are sluices. I did have to change this to a double floodgate, and I'll show you guys why once we get started here. I have added sluices up here, and I've added floodgates here. I have also added this whole area back here, which we didn't use at all before in Season 4, to kind of demonstrate the concept of how sluices work. So, if you've been confused, let me help you out. And the good news is, a bad tide is approaching, and that's all you need to know for how this video is going to work. First things first, we're going to look at these sluices. These are your normal setting sluices, and you close above downstream depth at a certain point. In this case, it's 0.65, right? Let me kick this up to our normal play speed because it'll make it easier for all of us to deal with it. At 0.65 is when those close. If I were to raise this up to 8 to 90%, downstream depth is above. I guess it's still flowing over somewhere. There we go, starting to close. Close, 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 close. You know what? Let's just go ahead and get those all the way up. There we go. So now, this area is going to stay as full as that is. That is where the mark is, and it's going to settle out at 0.8. So it's not perfect, and then this water flows this way now. Think of this like a giant water storage area. You got a big dam that as long as this water stays the right length, this area fills up. And I've got it going out back over here just so you can kind of see it. When it needs to put some down here because of either evaporation or water pumpers or whatever the case may be, they'll open back up for the brief amount of time that it takes the water to get back up to the right length, and then they close again. It's really super simple for how those work. So now, we're going to come over here, and I'm going to show you how you use sluices to direct your bad tide and your clean water. It's going to flood for a minute. It'll figure it out here in a minute. I'm okay. And all this is going to drain out, and we'll be fine. Okay, so I said we're going to be fine. 3. There we go. All right, cool. So how these sluices are set up. These are set to open. If I can get a click on them. Notice how the first one we had close above downstream depth. It's downstream depth, not upstream depth. That's big key to notice. On the close above contamination at 0, if it gets to 1, all of these down there are going to close. Which means all of this, in theory, would back up. Except I have these set up to close below contamination 0. So when contamination gets to 1 or 0, they will close and these will open, and vice versa. If it's above 0, these close and those open. So the only thing I have to do for a bad tide now is pay somewhat attention to the time at the top, and as we get close, I raise that one floodgate. I could raise it now, but there's really no reason not to wait, especially on this particular playthrough, for what we're doing right now. And 0.6 days, we'll raise the floodgate, and I'll show you how easy these handle all of that. So again, this builds your aquifer. This sets the level to know when you need to roll out of your aquifer. These are directing bad water, bad tide, and good tide. Does that make sense? Does that help anybody out there? This is how it looks. Let me go ahead and raise that up so that water can't go back that way. And we wait. Because the bad tide is starting. The water's going to flow down. There's our bad tide water. An instantaneous snap of the fingers. The one on the left closes. Oops, hang on. Let's go ahead and pause these water pumpers. And now we'll unpause. And the bad water goes right out the other end. I didn't have to touch anything except the double floodgate, only because I opened this area up. Bad water goes that way. Clean water stays over here. These guys can keep pumping or not pumping, as the case may be. I've got power being generated just like before. But I didn't have to worry about floodgates. That is the most powerful thing that sluices can do. So I hope that helps you guys out. I hope that explains it for you, for the depth and the clean water and the contaminated water, or the good water and the bad tides. This will just run until it cleans out. I mean, I could show you the 6 days, but I mean, I think you get the idea. When that gets cleaned out enough, the ones on the right close, and the ones on the left open up, and all the water goes out the other direction like it has the entire time we ran. All right, guys, hope that helps you guys out. Snick 500, this is how sluices work. Please use them correctly. I'll see you in the next one.